Hi. Hi, my name is Daniel, and this is my continue on for my NHL Passion Time. So, Canadians is Max Pacioretty. Although having a 9% goal chance every shot, he led goals and was fourth in assists. He had 64 points and is named captain of his team. He's known as Mad Max and /or Wolverine. He scored his first goal in NHL on his first shift. He had 6 game-winning goals, third in the NHL. He was awarded captain during the season and still is. Dallas Stars, Jamie Benn. An astonishing 89 points. Oh, and sorry, Crosby was not second in the NHL for points. He was actually either third or fourth. So you guys can just know that. 41 goals, 48 assists, and was third for MVP, but not just for his team, but for all 30 teams. He had 156 hits leading, even though not an enforcer. He had a 16.6 shot percentage, second on team, and okay. In playoffs, he had 15 points in 13 games and an average of 1.1, about 1.2 points per game in playoffs. Columbus Blue Jackets, Brandon Saad. He had 53 points, led the team, 13.3 shot percentage. So that just means shot percentage. That means so every time he shoots, he has a 13.3% chance that he's gonna make a goal. He's gonna score, and only had 1,343 time on ice minutes. He led the team in points and goals on his team. He stayed out of the penalty box with only 14 penalty minutes and was considered an MVP Blue Jackets candidate. Wild. Moiko Koivu. If you ever watch NHL Network, you'll remember this name. Moiko Koivu is 32 years old and still makes more than 55 points. He is a playmaker and had 22 more assists than goals. He had about 0.5 assists per game and is named captain of his team. So just to give you a visual, an average is about 0.5 points per game, but Michael Koivu has 0.5 assists, and he also has goals. So yeah. Blues is Vladimir Tarasenko. He had 74 points and was named MVP of his team according to voting, and was named 20th best NHL player of the 2015 to 2016 season. He was 12th in voting for NHL's MVP for season, but PK won that award for NHL MVP for season. But not PK Subban. Patrick Kane won that award. He had 40 goals, second in NHL. He went around defensemen and to get great highlights, and he was a major factor in the playoffs. Flyers is Claude Giroux. He was voted 16th MVP of the NHL and voted Flyers MVP. He had 5 game-winning goals and had 23 more assists than goals. He's considered a playmaker and had 67 points in total and had 0.85 points per game. He was named captain and continued to do lots for the Flyers. Bruins is Patrice Bergeron. He had 68 points and led them in points. He had 68 points and led his team in points with 68. He had 6 game-winning goals, which led his team and also third in the NHL. He was in All-Star game and was on Team Canada for World Cup of Hockey. He led them to win a championship and also led Bruins with shots on goal. Avalanche is Matt Duchene. And they were about, just so you know, they were about to trade Matt Duchene to Penguins for their goalie, Fleury, but they decided not to trade him. He led the team in goals and points. He also led the team in game-winning goals, which is 6. He had he had almost 60 points and 30 goals. He is also only 25, so he'll hopefully and also has a 15 shot percentage. He is 25 and has a 15 shot percentage. So since he's that young, he'll bring some when he gets older, he'll be more skilled and hopefully bring a Stanley Cup to the Avalanches. They're in last place right now, so he should be a good factor for them to maybe somehow bring them to the playoffs, but I think they're eliminated. I don't know yet. Maple Leafs. Nazem Kadri. He led in points, had 178 hits, almost 2 per game. 148 hits, almost 2 per game, 2 winning goals, second on team, 13 even strength goals, 641 face-off wins at even strength, with 45 points and 1 points per game. He earned MVP of League. Sharks. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Sharks is Joe Pavelski. With 78 points, leading his team as captain to the Stanley Cup, 11-game winning goals, which is amazing. A shot percentage of 17%, 4-game winning goals during playoffs, astonishing 25 plus minus during not during playoffs. 516 faceoffs wins. Went to the All-Star game. 14th MVP of NHL. Voted 9th player. He was voted 9th. So he's the 9th player with the best sportsmanship. And I think he deserves MVP of the Sharks. Lightning is Steven Stamkos. 8 game-winning goals, 64 points, and a 16.7 shot percentage. Steven is captain and leader of the Lightning. He had a blood clot and still led the team to the conference final, but lost and blew a 3-2 lead to the Penguins. He is very fast and was in the All-Star game and had 109 hits. And also, considering he had a blood clot and still had 64 points and 8 game-winning goals, is actually, amazing. So, yeah. Claims is Johnny Garuja. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't pay attention really to the Flames, but I know him. He led the team in points by 15, 13.8 shot percentage, game-winning goals, 48 assists, 30 goals, and was voted 4th for Lady Byng Memorial Trophy. And just so you guys know, wait, hold on. The Lady Byng Memorial Trophy is it's the person who what is it? It's the person who shows the best sportsmanship which I thought was Yager, but it's apparently Isaiah Kopitar. Oh, never mind. Yager won the person who had the most love for the game. So, he was voted 4th for Lady Byng Memorial Trophy. And, yeah, so he led the team for all of those. And for Oilers, it's Connor McDavid. He was a rookie, and he only played half of the season, yet still had 48 points, a 15.2 shot percentage, and only 45 games played. He's now captain, and he had 5 game-winning goals. And if he continued that season, if you double all of that, he would have had 96 points. Shot percentage, you don't really know. Yeah, so, and since he didn't really have any games, there wasn't too much stats and highlights about him, but there was highlights. He did go around defensemen a lot, so yeah, he appeared on NHL Network a lot, and there was a rumor on the NHL that I was watching NHL Network like I always do, and rumor had it that Connor McDavid scored 5 goals in a scrimmage in practice before he even played 1 game in the NHL, which is pretty astonishing. And so, yeah, they got lucky for him because now he leads the NHL in points right now. So that shows how good he is, and he's not even in his 20s yet. So yeah, Kings is Anze Kopitar. 8 game-winning goals, 150 face-off wins, 65 blocks, 14.1 shot percentage. $1 for every item. 34 plus minus, 49 assists and 25 goals, totaling 74 points, and had 0.914 points per game. He was in the All-Star game. Lady Byng, he won the Lady Byng Trophy, Self Trophy, which shows the forward with best defensive skill. So yeah, and also he is assistant captain of the Kings. Hold on for a second. Okay, I'm back. I just had to get something. Okay. Here we go. Where were we? Oh yeah, Ducks. Ducks is Ryan Getzlaf, led points, which was 63, led assists, which he had 50, led in plus minus 14, which is actually pretty good. He was a playmaker, considering he had 50 assists, which is actually a lot. Second, and he had 5 game-winning goals. Second on team, 4th or 5th in the NHL, I think. Yeah. I think it's 4th, and he doesn't hog the puck at all, and he always passes. Captain, and he was at the All-Star game, and yeah, and he's also considered he was considered the best Ducks player voted by fans. So yeah. Hurricanes is Jeff Skinner. He led the team with 51 points, led goals 28, 7 game-winning goals, which he led the team in. 10.9 shot percentage, around 0.7 points per game, and 67% of the time. So fans have a 67% that they'll see Jeff Skinner have a point. So yeah, that's Jeff Skinner. Coyotes, Oliver Ekman Larson. 75 games played, and still 5 points. And not 5, that would have been pretty bad. 55 points, led team. 8 game-winning goals, led team. 0.73 points per game, led team, and 73% chance for a point at each game. Assistant captain, led in assists, which was 34, and second in goals, which he had 21. He had a 51.7 face-off percentage, third in hits, 154, which is actually very good. Only 24, and he has a bright future to bring for the Coyotes. And he had 19 even strength assists, and had he had 12 power play goals, which was, I think it was first in team. Yeah. Canucks is Daniel Sedin, alternate captain, 25th MVP of the NHL, led points on team 61, which was 61, 20 even strength goals, led team, 6 game winning goals, he led team, second in plus minus, he had a 7, second in even strength and power play assists. He had 21 even strength assists and 11 power play assists. He had 0.74399 points per game. Hold on, wait. Oh yeah. He had 0.743902439 points per game, 74% chance that he'll have a point per game, and he was sponsored by GoPro when he was challenged to go through defensemen and shoot against goalies, and he basically just showed off, and that video was really cool. And he's also assistant captain or alternate captain, same thing. Okay, this is the second to last player. Jets. Blake Wheeler with 78 points, 0.9, just skimmed 1 point per game. He had a 90. He had just almost a 96% chance he'll have a point per game, which is actually very, very, very good. He had 5 game-winning goals, second on team, 4th in the NHL. He was 25th in defense/forward game. So that means he was voted 25th best defenseman, but he was voted 25th best forward for defenseman. That sounds kind of complicated, but it just means he's a forward that's really good at defense. Oh, okay. Sorry. He's assistant captain, third in plus minus 8. He had 36 even strength assists. He led the team in second even strength goals on team, which was 21. And also, I just need to flip somewhere. Where is it? Oh yeah, sorry about that. Okay, Red Wings is this one was hard, and I decided to pick. It was either Zetterberg or Pavel Datsuk, and I picked Datsuk. In 66 games, he had 49 points. So he missed some games, but that doesn't matter because he still had almost 50 points. He stayed out of the penalty box with only 7 penalties. He had an average of 0.74 points per game, giving him a 74% chance he'll have a point per game. He had a chance that he had a face-off percentage of about 54%, which is really good, and has been known for skating around defenders. And people will often, if you pull off a Datsuk, that just means if you pull off a Datsuk, that means you did a very good move. And yeah, so he has basically a quote named after him. And let's see, what else do I have about? Oh, and he's almost 40. He's considered to have dirty goals and has amazing highlights. One is where he skates up to the goalie, then he brings the puck, pretends he's gonna shoot it. He shoots it part way and then grabs it and then pulls it back and then brings it forward, brings it to this side and then shoots it. And that's called a Datsuk. Also, it's called it's like also he does where he pretends to shoot it and then he curls with the puck and then he lifts it up and it goes over the goalie and then hits the crossbar and then goes in. He was second in plus minus with 7, while some teammates had negative 21. That's a huge difference. So that was my Passion Time project. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.